A wise man's mark is the scars of his enemies. Patience is the key to paradise. A friend is known in adversity. A mirror never reflects a broken heart. The wound of words is worse than the wound of swords. When the water rises, the fish eat the ants. When the water recedes, the ants eat the fish. He who has 1,000 friends has not a friend to spare, and he who has one enemy will meet him everywhere. The dog with a bone in his mouth doesn't bark. A lie has no legs. Do not blame the well for your thirst. The heart is a fertile place, anything will grow there. Speak sweetly and keep a dagger hidden. Even a stone becomes soft with patience. The leopard cannot change its spots. If you are a friend, you will see the lion as a pet. The world is a marketplace, be careful of the companions you choose. Knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. A fool's fire does not warm anyone. A good deed is better than gold. Don't tell a secret to the wind. When you want to test the capabilities of a horse, send it up a steep hill. A fool and water will go the way they are diverted. Do not tie your camel and then leave it to God. Better to sit in the saddle than in a prison cell. A bad workman blames his tools. The chicken is the laughter of the house. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. A loaf of bread, a jug of wine, and thou. A wise enemy is better than a foolish friend. He who sows thorns should not expect to gather roses. The fox preaches to the chickens. Where there is love, there is no darkness. One hand cannot clap alone. The camel does not see its own hump, but sees the hump of its brother. The sky is the same everywhere, but the horizon changes. Time is the healer of sorrows. Do not speak of a rhinoceros if there is no tree nearby. The good fortune of a house is cleanliness. A stream does not become muddy by touching it. A wise man can learn more from his enemies than a fool from his friends. To find a friend, one must close one eye, to keep him, two. Do not look where you fell, but where you slipped. When a donkey brays, it's because it is alive. The closer the kin, the closer the skin. Better to stumble with the foot than with the tongue. He who digs a pit for others will fall in it himself. A rose's scent remains on the hand that gives it. Do not count your chickens before they are hatched. A little fire burns up a great deal of corn. A tree with strong roots laughs at storms. Experience is a comb that nature gives to men when they are bald. Thinking is the essence of wisdom. With a sweet tongue of kindness you can drag an elephant by a hair. The arrow that has left the bow never returns. The earth is a host who kills his guests. Do not cut down the tree that gives you shade. Trust in God but tie your camel tightly. The world is a rose, smell it and pass it on to your friends. Listening to good advice is the way of wealth. Habits are first cobwebs, then cables. God gives to us according to the measure of our hearts. Treat your superior as a father, your equal as a brother, and your inferior as a son. One scabby goat infects the flock. The eyes can do 1,000 things that the fingers can't. Thinking well is wise, planning well wiser, but doing well is the wisest and best of all. Water long stagnant becomes putrid. The hand that gives is also the hand that receives. An ungrateful son is a wart on his father's nose. He leaves it alone and it's ugly, he removes it and it hurts. In the hour of adversity be not without hope. The larger a man's roof, the more snow it collects. The guard's sleep is the lamplight of the thief. Bribery makes both parties happy. The wise man who does not put his knowledge into practice is like a bee that gives no honey. You cannot hang everything on one nail. Fear those who do not fear God. Life is like perpetual drunkenness, the pleasure passes but the headache remains. Little by little the wool becomes a carpet. You can close the city gates, but you can't close a person's mouth. Death is a camel that lies down at every door. Necessity changes a lion into a fox. Luck is infatuated with the efficient. In this world, generous people have no money, and those with money are not generous. Look in the sky, not in the pond, to find the moon. A greedy man is always poor. One sin is too much, 100 prayers not enough. An arrow can be pulled out of a wound, but a hurtful word stays forever in your heart. The best memory is that which forgets nothing but injuries. While yearning for excess we lose necessities. Doubt is the key to knowledge.